As promised, the rest of the big holiday eShop sale has arrived, and with it, there's lots of awesome games that can be had at their biggest discounts yet. If you're looking for some sweet games to play on your system without breaking the bank, then you're in the right place. Let's dive into these sweet holiday deals. Assault Android Cactus is a really nice arcade-style twin-stick shooter. The core gameplay is fast and fun, and it looks great, and it operates at 60 FPS too. There's 9 playable characters to choose from, each with their own playstyle, for a nice amount of variety, and the game has a healthy amount of content, including a campaign mode, a boss rush mode, infinity drive, and daily drive modes, as well as there's a bunch of ways to modify the game through EX options. The game also supports 4-player local co-op. Again, this is a really good twin-stick shooter. This game gets its first sale on the eShop in nearly 2 years, with a discount of 80% off. At $3.99 on the US eShop, that's the lowest price it's ever been on there. Penny's Big Breakaway is a 3D platformer where you get to use a giant yo-yo for both movement and traversing the stages, as well as for attacking. Penny has a lot of neat tricks that she can do with her yo-yo, and the core gameplay, that seems to center around the use of momentum, is quite good, which is no surprise considering it was developed by people who worked on the excellent Sonic Mania. This game features some nice level design and ideas that take advantage of the yo-yo abilities, and it's pretty darn fun. There's a demo you can check out on the eShop if you're curious about the game. Oh, and on Switch 2, this game does get boosted to 60 FPS. It looks really nice on there in performance mode. It's currently on sale for $11.99 on the US eShop. That's 60% off the MSRP. That's the biggest discount it's received yet. Valfaris is a violent and insane run-and-gun shooter type game that has an incredible looking pixel art style, but it is also an absolute blast to play. There's lots of weapons that you can get to use, there's lots of enemies that you can blow apart, and the heavy metal soundtrack for the game is pretty darn good. If you're looking for a good, cheap game to take your frustrations out for the holidays, then pick this one up for $2.49 off the US eShop. You'll love it. At 90% off, that's the biggest discount it's ever received on the eShop. If you like open world games, like the 2 Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, then you'll probably dig Immortals Fenyx Rising. You can explore, solve lots of puzzles, trust me, there's lots of them in this game, and you can grow your godlike powers with upgrades. It's a lot of fun. When I reviewed it years ago on the channel, one of the things I liked about the game was the fact that it seems to have something hidden in every nook and cranny of the game, which is a reason why the exploration is so rewarding in this one. Anyway, you can pick up the game, plus the 3 expansions, which adds a lot of additional story scenarios and stuff for you to do, for just $5.99. It's cheapest price yet on the US eShop. That's an insanely good price for this game. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope Gold Edition contains the main game, plus the 3 DLCs, including the Rayman DLC, and it's on sale for 90% off via the holiday sale. That's another one that's an insanely good deal. It's one of my favorite strategy games on Switch. I actually like it a lot more than the first game, though Kingdom Battle is a really good strategy game in its own right. I love the freedom of the battle system, the characters, everyone's viable, and there's lots of strategic options for the player. It's really good, and it's very cheap to get at $8.99 on the US eShop. Those who love Metroidvanias, ones with a bit of challenge, should consider picking up Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It's a high-quality Metroidvania that's discounted by 60% off for the holidays. The game features a huge emphasis on combat and mobility through the prince's skills, and there's lots of puzzles to solve and secrets to find as you explore with this one. It's a really good title in the series. At $11.99 on the US eShop, this game should be definitely on your radar if you're in the hunt for a good meaty Metroidvania that will not cost you much to pick up. The Telltale Walking Dead games, all 4 of them, are on sale for super cheap. It's perfect for those who want to experience some trauma for the holidays. I mean, those who know exactly what I mean. The first 3 seasons are on sale for $2.99 each. That's the cheapest they've ever been on the US eShop. and the final season is on sale for $3.99. Basically, all the games are on sale for 80% off, and you can get all 4 seasons for less than $15 US. Saints Row, the big purple package, contains both Saints Row the 3rd and Saints Row 4, as well as all the DLC that was originally available for all the games, including the Gat Out of the Hell expansion for Saints Row 4. Both games are fun, zany games, and the best way I can describe them is they're like Grand Theft Auto, with their wackiness and silliness ramped up beyond 11. These games are absolutely nuts. The bundle is on sale for just $1.99 on the US eShop. I mean, that's $2 freaking bucks. Like, come on, that is a crazy deal. Another insanely good deal is the Metro Redux bundle, which contains both Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux, 2 horror-themed first-person shooters. The bundle is on sale for just $2.99 on the US eShop. If you like shooters, if you like a little bit of horror stuff, then you really can't say no to this. Dawn of the Monsters is a very nice beat-em-up featuring kaiju monsters. Choose your monster, and then proceed to try to save the Earth by beating up other giant monsters and enemies with a variety of attacks. The cities are fully destructible too, just like it should be in any good kaiju game. As you play, each monster can be upgraded through DNA augments. Look, this one is pretty cool. It's one of the better kaiju-themed games in the eShop, and it's a pretty good beat-em-up in its own right. The Arcade plus Character Pack Edition contains the game, plus an additional arcade mode, and an additional kaiju to play as. It's on sale for 75% off, $8.74 on the US eShop. Fast Fusion for the Switch 2 is a really fun racing game. The core gameplay is nice, and just like it says in the name, the races are pretty fast. It's a nice F-Zero / Wipeout style game. I think all things considered, the game looks good on the system, but I think performance mode is the best option for it. With that enabled, it runs at 60 FPS with HDR. The game has a fair amount of content. I love the fact that you can merge ships, but what I really like is that it has game share support for both local and online. So all you really need is just one copy of the game in order to play with others. It's a fairly inexpensive title at its MSRP, but for the holidays, it's even cheaper now with its first sale. For the holiday sale, it gets a discount of 30% off, so it's only $10.49 on the US eShop. The Digital Deluxe Edition of MLB The Show 25 is on sale for an incredibly low price of $9.99 on the US eShop. If you want this, well, now's your chance, because it won't ever be this low again, as typically the holiday sale is the last sale that they do for each MLB The Show title. And seriously, it's like only 10 bucks. That's hard to beat if you want a baseball game on the original Switch. One of the best JRPG releases of the year, Trails in the Sky First Chapter, is on sale on the eShop, and the sale is for both the Switch and Switch 2 versions. Both are on sale for 25% off, though the Switch 2 release is actually just a little slightly higher than the Switch 1 release, less than $1 difference between the two sales. For those with a Switch 2, the game operates at 60 FPS, which is a big plus. There's a demo on the eShop that carries progress over to the main game, so make sure to check that out first to see if you like it, or to see if it can persuade you to pick it up. Action RPG Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus is on sale for 50% off via the holiday sale, and that's the biggest discount the game has received yet on Switch. For those with a Switch 2, it recently got a compatibility update. For the longest time, this game didn't work on the system, but now it does. No Man's Sky got a free upgrade for the Switch 2 this past summer. It was actually on the launch day for the system, and honestly, the game is pretty great on there. I'm really happy with how this edition of the game turned out, and it has all the content that the other versions have, and it has online multiplayer too, which the original Switch version did not have. The game also supports cross-save, so you can easily take your saves from the other platforms on the go. Both the original Switch and Switch 2 versions of No Man's Sky are on sale on the eShop. They're 60% off via the holiday sale currently. Assassin's Creed Anniversary Edition Mega Bundle contains all the Assassin's Creed games available for the original Switch. It has the Ezio Collection, which has Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, as well as it has Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection, which has Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue. The collection also contains Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered and Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation Remastered. The bundle has all the single-player DLC for all the games included, as well as a load of extras, including short films. For 70% off via the holiday sale, $20.99 on the US eShop, it's a great value package. Fans of shoot-'em-ups should be well aware of Toaplan, a classic game developer that made many noteworthy shoot-'em-ups for consoles and for the arcades in the 80s and 90s. Well, you can get a number of their games via the new Toaplan arcade collections, and there's a Volume 1 and a Volume 2. Volume 1 has Flying Shark, Fire Shark, Tiger Heli, Twin Cobra, Outzone, Fixed Fight, Batsugun, which is a very good shoot-'em-up, and pardon my pronunciation, but there's a game called Dogyun. I believe that was a Japanese-only release. Volume 2 has Zero Wing, Hellfire, Slap Fight, Grind Stormer, Truxton, and Truxton 2, Vimana, and Twin Hawk. Both collections contain online leaderboards, modern enhancements, quality of life features, and lots more. Both collections are on sale for 30% off for the first time ever. They're $24.49 each on the US eShop. PlayStation platformer Croc, Legend of the Gobbos came out on the Switch and other consoles earlier this year. It has a new HD look, but more importantly, it has modern control mechanics and an updated camera to make the game far easier to control, as well as addressing issues that bothered some with the original release way back in the day. Of course, you can still go back to that retro look if you want, as well as use the classic control scheme for those that for some reason missed that. The HD Remaster is on sale on the eShop for the first time ever at 40% off for the holidays. It's $17.99 on the US eShop. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection is a retro collection for those who want to check out the older Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games, mainly from the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the classic handheld era of the series. There's 14 titles included, it's got a lot of games, and the collection includes online play for certain titles, loads of options to modify the games, including unlocking hidden characters and cards, the ability to remove deck capacity, duelist level, and cards from the Forbidden and Limited list, and it even has the option to rewind time. You know, for those who want to replay a turn or 10. The collection is on sale for 50% off. It's the biggest discount it's ever had on the eShop. It's $24.99 on the US eShop. The game Gimmick is well known among NES fans. Its unique physics-based gameplay and platforming makes it a standout in the 8-bit library. It's also known for having some pretty nice graphics for the system, an amazing soundtrack, and of course, it's known for its brutal difficulty. Look, beating Gimmick is not an easy task. It's one of the hardest games ever made. That's why the special edition is so good. It has a bunch of quality of life features, like the ability to rewind time, and save states, and more, that can help take the edge off of things a bit, so you can actually enjoy more of the game. Even with that though, it is still not an easy task for beating this game, but if you're an 8-bit fan, Gimmick is a rite of passage. It's one of those games you gotta check out, so why not pick up the special edition on Switch? It's super cheap right now. That's 75% off. It's $3.74 on the US eShop. That, by the way, is the cheapest it's ever been. Gimmick 2 is a sequel to the NES Classic. Yes, they actually made a sequel after all these years. Featuring similar gameplay, this one is a solid sequel that will also test your platforming skills. Yes, it's difficult, just like the NES Classic, but it's a fair game too. For newer players, there is a new assisted mode that can help you get used to the game's challenge. If you like the original game and its mechanics, then the sequel is something you should definitely consider picking up. It's on sale for just $2.99 on the eShop. That's the cheapest that's ever been on there, and honestly, it's a steal for that really. Puzzle Bobble 2 and Puzzle Bobble 3 are some of the very best puzzle games ever, and the combo release of Puzzle Bobble 2X / Buster Move 2 Arcade Edition and Puzzle Bobble 3 / Buster Move 3 S Tribute, yes I know, that's a long title, is pretty awesome. The versions included here are the Sega Saturn console versions that has all the stuff from the arcade releases, along with content that was exclusive to the home releases, like an extra 1,000+ stages being able to be accessed in Puzzle Bobble 3. But anyway, this being a S-Tribute release, you also get a bunch of quality of life features, like save states, unlimited credits, the ability to rewind time, and lots more. It's an awesome little package, and for $5.99 on the US eShop, it's an absolute steal at that price. If you're a puzzle game fan, consider this a must-get. For those looking for a nice, cheap, cozy game for their system, I highly suggest picking up either Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, or Rune Factory 4 Special if you don't already own those titles. These are wonderful games in their respective series, some of the very best, and they are really freaking cheap to pick up, especially on the European, UK, and Australian eShops. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, the remake of the classic GBA title, is on sale for 75% off, and Rune Factory 4 Special, the updated remaster of the DS classic, is on sale for 70% off. Again, those in Europe, or in the UK, or in Australia, your discounts are actually higher. You can get it even cheaper than what we're getting in North America. PATAPON 1+2 Replay contains the two classic PlayStation portable games in an HD remastered form. The original games are pretty unique as they combined rhythm-based gameplay with strategy mechanics. There's nothing else like it out there. In addition to the HD visuals, this release has a bunch of support features that makes things easier for players, as well as it has options to adjust the overall difficulty to make things easier or harder if you like. This collection also has support for multiplayer, which is something that is unique to the Nintendo Switch version. This collection is on sale for the first time ever on the eShop, a discount at 34% off, so it's $19.79 on the US eShop. Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster contains the first two games in the series with a bunch of improvements. The graphics have been improved, as well as the games have a stabilized frame rate now. The games have some quality of life features, such as the ability to turn encounters off. There is a auto battle option, players have the ability to skip cutscenes now, and there's the addition of an autosave system. The collection is on sale for a huge discount for the holidays. It's biggest yet on the eShop, 70% off. So it's $14.99 on the US eShop until January 5th. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 recently got a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and for those who have the original game, you can actually upgrade to that version for free. That's pretty cool. With the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, the resolutions have been increased for both docked and handheld play, and the frame rate is a solid 60 FPS now. For those looking to get it, the Ultimate Edition is a good way to pick it up, because first of all, it's pretty cheap all things considering, at 79% off, but also because it contains a ton of the DLC, pretty much everything but the brand new DLC that was released recently. Anyway, it's on sale for 79% off, and that discount is the biggest the Ultimate Edition has had on the eShop yet. Now speaking of One Piece, the JRPG, One Piece Odyssey gets its biggest discount on the eShop yet. It's $23.99 on the US eShop. With this being the Deluxe Edition, it comes with some extra content, including a new story scenario, and a bunch of costumes that you can customize your characters with. Ace Combat 7 is the latest game in the Ace Combat series, and it's a pretty good title too. It's on sale for 50% off via the holiday sale. This one being the Deluxe Edition, it includes a number of extra aircraft sets, as well as 3 extra single-player missions, and extra skins and extra emblems, and it even includes a bonus music player mode. It's a nice little package for the game. Sega has some nice games on sale for the holiday eShop sale. Here's some highlights. Sonic and Shadow Generations is back on sale for 50% off, matching its big discount in the Black Friday sale. Both the Switch and Switch 2 versions are $24.99 on the US eShop. The original Generations was a solid Sonic game, and the HD Remaster here makes the game shine, but the addition of the Shadow campaign makes this even sweeter than before. It's very good. The Switch 2 version features 60 FPS and high resolutions. Just note, there's no free upgrade from the Switch 1 version, so make sure to choose carefully the correct version that you want. Samba de Amigo Party Central is a fun little rhythm game. You shake your Joy-Cons, or just press buttons to the beat of the music. There's a nice amount of modes to play in this one. There's a 40-song track list, there's multiplayer through local and online play, and there's a lot of unlockables to earn. At $7.99 on the US eShop, it's the cheapest it's ever been on there yet. I think it's a no-brainer for anyone looking for a good music game on Switch or Switch 2. I always like to give a shout out to the Sega Ages games when they go on sale for the holidays. There's lots of classic games on sale, like Phantasy Star, Outrun, the two Pure Pure games, Virtua Racing, and there's lots more than that. And for most of these titles, the Sega Ages releases on the eShop are the best ways to play these classics. They have a lot of enhancements and a lot of features exclusive to them. The only Sega Ages games not on sale seem to be the two Sonic games and Shinobi, which for Shinobi, that game was delisted on the North American eShop anyway. Being the holidays, I'll give a shout out to the Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden Bundle on sale. It's on sale for 50% off. Both games are JRPG classics, and you can get both for less than $20 US total. Both games are safe bets for those who want a really good, meaty RPG from the eShop for very cheap. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is on sale for its biggest discount yet on the eShop, 60% off. At $23.99 on the US eShop, that's a really good deal for it digitally. This Vengeance release is a big upgrade over the original version, as it features a brand new story route, in addition to the original story, new areas to explore, new demons, new music, and an overall improved battle system, and lots more than that. Strategy RPG fans can pick up Unicorn Overlord for cheap too, via the holiday sale. The award-winning strategy RPG, developed by famed makers Vanillaware, is on sale for its biggest discount yet on the eShop, 65% off the MSRP. At $20.99 on the US eShop, this is a darn good deal for this absolute gem. There is a demo on the eShop that you can check out if you're curious about picking it up. Square Enix has their whole catalog of games on sale on the eShop for the holidays, as they pretty much normally do, but for time's sakes, I do have just a few highlights to point out. First up is the Final Fantasy 1-6 Pixel Remaster Collection. It's back on sale again for 35% off, for those who just want it digitally. Just of note though, the physical edition of the collection has been on sale lately for $39.99 in the US on Amazon.com. So for those in the US region, you might want to check that out first for maximum savings. NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition, finally got updated to work with the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm so glad they finally fixed the issues. For those who want to pick the game up, it is on sale for $15.99 on the US eShop. Basically, it has a 60% off discount of the MSRP price. Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamers edition, was the other notable Square Enix game that recently got patched to work correctly with the Nintendo Switch 2. This one is on sale for $7.99 on the US eShop. It has a 60% off discount. The Last Remnant Remastered is on sale again, and holy cow, the first sale was this past Thanksgiving, and that was after the game being available on the eShop for so many years, and boom, finally gets a second discount. So I guess Square Enix totally remembers this game now. Anyway, it's on sale for $7.99 on the US eShop. For those with the Switch 2, the game and the in-game cutscenes run at 60 FPS now. It looks really nice on there. Also, the resolution of the game in handheld mode gets bumped up to 1080p, the max resolution of the screen. Finally, from Square Enix, there's Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, which is Square Enix's first RPG with the Switch 2, and it's on sale for 20% off via the holiday sale. One of the hottest releases of the year, Hollow Knight Silksong, gets its first sale on the eShop. It's 20% off via the holiday sale. As a reminder, the Switch version can be upgraded to the Switch 2 version for free. The Switch 2 version features a higher resolution, more graphical effects, and of course, it's a solid 60 FPS. The first game, the original Hollow Knight, is on sale again for 50% off for the holidays. Team Cherry recently announced that this game will receive a free upgrade with a Switch 2 sometime in 2026. When that upgrade comes along, it'll be getting an increased frame rate, support for higher resolutions, as well as it'll be getting additional graphical effects. So yeah, if you have a Switch 2 and you want that for the system, then you may want to pick this up while it's on sale. Deltarune, with chapters 1 through 4, was also a hot indie release this year. It also gets its first discount via the holiday sale, where it's 20% off. The sale is both for the Switch and Switch 2 versions. And again, you can upgrade to the Switch 2 version from the Switch 1 version for absolutely free. For those who like Deltarune but have not picked up Undertale, well, that is on sale too for the holidays. It's back on sale for 34% off. And no, there is no Switch 2 version for this one yet. As with every year, I always like to cover the first-party deals that occur during the holiday sale. And I'll be honest, this year, it's a little bit light. There's only 6 first-party titles on sale for the holidays on the eShop in the North American region. Maybe we'll see some more get added before the year is done. That said, here's the titles that are on sale. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom is on sale for $41.99 on the US eShop. As a reminder, this got a Switch 2 update that gives it a boost in its resolution on high-res TVs, as well as on the Switch 2 screen. But more importantly, the frame rate is very smooth now. It's a solid 60 FPS. It runs like a dream now. Super Mario Odyssey is on sale for $39.99, and just like Echoes of Wisdom, this one got a free update for the Switch 2 this past summer. It has increased resolution on high-res TVs and on the Switch 2 screen, as well as it has HDR support now. The game really pops in its visuals. It looks very nice. In addition, the game supports Game Share through local and online play. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is $39.99 as well for the holiday sale, and as you guessed it, this one also got a free Switch 2 update. The update increases the resolution in dock play as well as on the Switch 2 screen. In addition to those, Princess Peach Showtime is on sale for $41.99 again. I believe this one was a repeat from the Thanksgiving sale. Fire Emblem Engage is on sale for $41.99 again. This one is a really nice strategy RPG, and its expansion, which adds a substantial amount of content, including new characters, maps, and a new story scenario, is on sale for $20.99 on the US eShop. Finally, there's Nintendo Switch Sports, and that is on sale for 20% off for the holidays. As a reminder, this one contains soccer, volleyball, bowling, tennis, badminton, and chambara, which is like a swordplay, as well as it has basketball and golf as the sports you can play. And we have finally reached the end. Hopefully this video helps you out with getting some nice games to play. If you appreciate the video, then make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing so you do not miss out on any future videos. I come out with new videos each and every week. For now though, I'm going to rest my voice for a bit. Honestly, I'm pretty tired. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you soon on the next video.